Okay. Hello, everyone. How are all of you? Actually, I got distracted by something. I didn't actually check to make sure I opened the mic. Yes, I did. Okay. Well, hi.
Must we? Really, guys?
またな。
Let's check out the new friend first.
Guess we're doing this.
I love how he just kind of curved around along the floor.
And stay down.
またな。
Really, guys?
何？
どうも。
Got it.
Ah. Yeah.
I'm already in for 5. I don't have this, I don't think. I might have.
Son of a.
Ah, she got two pair. Oh, wait, I had two pair as well. She just had a better two pair.
Ah, you got me.
Ah, fucking hell. I don't got nothing. Got a pair of fours.
One pair.
네.
Yeah.
Right now, I guess I'm going for a straight. It's about the best I can do. I need a king or an eight.
one pair.
I don't know how the fuck I won that, but I will take it.
Huh?
But we made a new friend. Which upped our reputation. Oh, hi.
That's what doing this. Really, guys?
楽しかったでござるよ。
Got one new case. That looks to be it for right now. But I need to go heal.
Bring it on. What a waste.
楽しかったでござるよ。
Only 1,000? Meh.
This is stay down.
楽しかったでござるよ。
八神さん。
I meant to stream earlier today, but I didn't want to do Destiny 2, but I also needed to do my Grandmaster. And I figured it would only take me an hour to get the Grandmaster done, because I've done that Grandmaster before, and it's usually not, I mean, it's hard, but it's usually not as rough as it was today.
You don't give up. What a waste.
It took me
楽しかったでござるよ。
2.5 hours to get through it. Which to me is a little ridiculous. It usually, like I said, usually doesn't take me that long, but it was just problematic today.
Out of the way. And stay down.
楽しかった ったでござるよ。
ヤグビさん。
Oh, damn it. Damn it. Just not dealing with you today.
What a waste.
Go away.
And stay down.
Oh, those are old thumb turn bypasses. I don't like doing those.
Hey. Hmm? Huh?
It's fate.
Yeah, we'll help her out.
Very well.
Yeah. I'm on it. Guess we're doing this. Really, guys?
Nothing there. That was quick. This would be darn near impossible if you didn't have the...
Hmm?
If you didn't have the extended perk for time...
Huh?
Shit. These following missions are probably the worst part about this game. I mean, they're not bad, they're just slow and tedious.
Hmm?
Oh?
Nah. Nah. You asked for it.
Yagami-san.
Hmm?
I mean, she is a wonderful person. Can't argue that. I think I was just standing there looking at the building a little oddly, so I thought maybe that might be something, but...
Yagami-san.
Yeah. Hmm. Yep.
More cases still to figure out. Yeah, before we start the next the next main story, let's check Tender and
Best way to
everyone's offices.
and stay down.
またな。
Nope, that one's 45 or higher.
いらっしゃいませ。
Hmm.
Just need one more, which is going to cost me like another 300,000.
This again? Really, guys?
Ooh, yeah, we can do that.
You don't give up. What a waste.
Oh yeah, I keep meaning to get my alt moved over to in Final Fantasy XIV to a different server because the colony started up a free company over there, similar to the clan we've got on Destiny 2, just for Final Fantasy XIV.
You asked for it. And stay down.
またな。
Must we?
That had to hurt.
Waste.
楽しかったでござるよ。
Looks like we're heading into the hotel district.
Huh? Hmm? Hmm?
Gonna refuse.
Out of the way.
Nah. Nah. We're not playing that. You can all just go away.
Hello? Mm-hmm. Huh?
Oh, I got enough coin where I can go buy that last painting. And what all do I have to do for Katagiri? Oh, I got one more question that's in the next chapter.
You asked. And stay down.
Actually, also, what do I have to do for him? Oh, I can't finish this one until chapter 12. In order to complete him, you have to complete him to get someone else's done.
Got it. You don't give up. Really, guys?
楽しかったでござるよ。
Well, let's get some of our money that we spent on getting this back.
What a waste.
楽しかったでござるよ。
いらっしゃいませ。は？いらっしゃいませ。ありがとうございました。
So now things sell for a little more. I can work with that. I can work with that.
Really, guys?
またな。
Tori-san?
Oh, I didn't notice you there, Yagami-san.
Don't tell me you're using a phone camera to take pictures for your article.
Resolution on these things is plenty high nowadays. You have a problem?
Not really, no. Just didn't know sensationalist food columns were a thing.
I only report on things that interest me. That's my professional philosophy.
Well, is it gonna take a while? I'm here to talk.
Don't worry, I'll be done soon. All right, I'm done. Thanks for stopping by, Yagami-san. Kinda strange sharing a bowl of ramen with you. I thought the day would never come.
Can you not?
Relax, Yagami-san.
Are you still working for Kajihira?
I'm not sure I'd go that far. He just calls me in for favors every now and again. Helps to be on good terms with the guy. For my job, you know?
Uh-huh.
It'd be nice to be close with you, too, Yagami-san. I heard you were the one who discovered Shintani-sensei's corpse, after all.
I'm here to talk 89. If that's not what this is about, I'm not sticking around.
All right. But you'll owe me for this. Generally, drug development starts with the discovery of a compound that can treat a given disease. That compound becomes the candidate for a drug. They then test its effects on animals, after which the drug heads to clinical trials. Which is a nicer way of saying human experimentation, by the way. As for the process, it can take years, sometimes even longer, to ensure a drug is truly safe for public consumption.
Yeah, it's tough, I get it.
Before now, Alzheimer's drugs have only been able to slow the progress of the disease. None can cure it completely. But Director Keto's 89 proved remarkably effective at doing just that when tested on mice. If it can work on humans as well, maybe we can finally kiss Alzheimer's goodbye. At least, that's what the paper they published a year ago claimed.
Interesting.
Yagami-san.
Hmm?
In this country, 1 in 4 people over the age of 80 is affected by dementia. That means for a couple in their 50s, there's a good chance that one of their parents has it. And the odds that one member of that couple will develop it themselves is 50-50. No matter how you look at it, dementia is an inescapable issue. If I ever experienced symptoms myself, I'd go to the doctor straight away. In some cases, they can slow the progress enough that you can even keep working. I guess my point is, dementia is not something to fear. It's a possibility to prepare for. Our biggest enemy is ignorance and apathy. Kinda reminds me of someone.
Yeah, if you say so.
Good. I'd like to give you a rundown of what exactly Alzheimer's is then. You interested?
Well, you're gonna, even if I say no, right?
You bet I would. Now let's begin. Out of all the diseases that can cause dementia, Alzheimer's accounts for roughly 70% of cases. It's believed to be brought about by buildup of a protein called amyloid beta in the brain. When that happens, nerve cells start dying off and the brain begins to atrophy.
So to put this in layman's terms, Waste buildup kind of shrinks the brain.
That's one way to put it, yes. But even that is just a theory at this point. There's still much to learn about Alzheimer's.
And when your brain shrinks,
Your memory is impaired. Let me explain. There are 3 processes involved in memory: encoding, storage, and retrieval. Alzheimer's impairs the first step, encoding. This makes it near impossible to remember new things. I'll give you an example that stuck with me. When doctors asked a dementia patient the date, they had no problem producing the correct answer. But when asked the year, the patient said 1952. Their mind was stuck decades in the past. You see, dementia not only inhibits new memories, but jumbles the ones you already have as well.
I think I understand.
Good.
So how exactly does 89 cure Alzheimer's?
According to their research, when they injected 89 into the test mice, it brought about a process known as autophagy.
Which is what?
It's a Greek word that means self-devouring. That's what your body starts to do to its own proteins. In other words, all the amyloid beta built up in the mice's brains began to instantly break down.
Instantly.
Yes, and once it was all gone, their Alzheimer's stopped progressing entirely. The most shocking thing is that even brain cells which had lost function were able to recover. As one researcher put it, it's as though the brain turns on a backup generator. If they can bring about similar effects in humans...
They'll have a cure for Alzheimer's.
That's right. There are millions of patients worldwide, and that number is growing steadily every day. If they actually complete this drug, it could truly change the world as we know it. It's nothing short of a dream drug for both buyers and sellers.
If you ask me, it sounds too good to be true.
Excuse me?
I mean, the vice director of the ADDC suspected something fishy was going on with it. But when he started digging around, someone offed him to keep their secret safe. Made it look like a brawl so nobody'd get suspicious.
What kind of secret are we talking?
Like the drug's effects being falsified.
No, there's no chance of that.
Huh? How do you know?
Since the announcement of 89, countless animal tests have proven successful. It's no fabrication. One test after another, they've proven its viability.
And you're sure?
The ADDC or someone
Yes.
external?
I'm of the mind they should push forward faster, even if the paper was a little rough around the edges. After all, dementia drugs are being developed all around the world. It would be a shame if someone beat them to the punch, both for the ADDC and for Japan. Kido-san is far too cautious. This is no time to be testing on animals. They need to move to clinical trials and get this thing out.
By which you mean
Experimenting on humans.
human experimentation. Wait.
What's wrong?
Oh, nothing. Just... Are you absolutely sure there's nothing off about 89?
I guess there is an interesting detail I noticed.
Hmm?
Kido-san is listed as the sole author of the 89 research. But in truth, he only put his name on the paper to lend it credibility. The key researcher was someone else entirely. A guy you know too, man by the name of Shono.
So the one I want... It's Shono, huh? So you're saying... Shono's the creator of 89?
Seems so. The paper would never have gained such worldwide traction without Kido-san, though. They needed a leading expert to rubber stamp the research and make it seem more official. That kind of thing is pretty common, though. Not really a cause for concern.
Shono, what's your role in all of this?
Only one way to find out.
Yeah.
Yo, welcome back.
Hey there, Yagami-san.
Gang's all here, huh?
How did things go with Hattori-san? Did you learn anything useful?
Yeah, I guess.
See what we have to say here.
Wait, are you saying there isn't actually anything up with 89?
That's what Hattori said, yeah.
This is the first time I'm hearing about Kido not really being involved, though. It's possible Shono's hiding the truth from even him.
Maybe. But first, one term in particular stuck with me from my chat with Hattori-san.
Which is?
Human experimentation.
Go on.
Apparently, 89 is just about ready to be tested on real human subjects.
Well, that's gross. Side effects include bloating, blindness, and death, right?
Knock it off.
Sorry. What's bothering you about that, Yagami-san?
Well, it's just... I've just been thinking... What if all these murders were secretly experimental trials for 89?
You're serious?
If Shono's the one behind all this...
What? You think this guy Shono went out, hired an assassin, and started killing people?
Guess it's a bit of a stretch, huh?
Even if these people were test cases, why would Shono have to murder them? This is a dementia drug, not some kind of chemical weapon.
No, but what if it really did have some kind of crazy side effects, though? Like, they didn't want to kill the people, but they ended up dying anyways.
It was perfectly fine when they tested it on mice, though. If it ended up killing someone, then... Wait a sec.
Yeah, wait a sec is right. We're on the same page here.
What if 89 was completely harmless to mice, but lethal when introduced into the human body?
If that was the case, they'd need to perform a ton of experiments to make sure it was fixed. Which is why they killed all those Kyorei guys.
Back it up. If they're testing a drug, wouldn't they want to use it on an actual patient? I mean, it's not like those Kyorei guys all had Alzheimer's or anything.
That's true.
Actually, it says here that they test new drugs on healthy humans as well. They're the control group to make sure the drug is safe.
Yeah, eventually. It wouldn't make any damn sense for him to start on anyone but real patients, though.
But...
Just give it a rest. Try taking this seriously for once.
We are taking this seriously.
Says the dumbass kid who keeps spouting tinfoil hat shit about goddamn human experiments.
The only dumbass here is the guy who can't consider all the possible options.
Oh, is that right?
Really?
Next you're gonna tell me they experimented on old man Waku too. Fucking idiots.
Hmm?
What?
That incident 3 years ago at the ADDC. The guy who died, Waku-san. Didn't he have Alzheimer's?
Hey, I think you're onto something.
Huh?
Think about it, Kaito-san. Waku-san was an Alzheimer's patient at the center. We know for a fact that Okubo didn't kill him, but they never tracked the real murderer down.
Alright, cool your fucking jets. That happened 3 years ago. AD9 didn't even exist back then.
True, it was only announced last year. But all the research that went into that paper would have reached way further back.
Huh? Wait, are we really onto something?
It's hard to say for sure, but it's worth looking into at the very least.
Let's see here.
I have a few more thoughts about this whole human experimentation theory. Mind if we continue?
Yeah, sure. Let's go.
Sure. Let's do it.
Okay, so let's say Shono did experiment on Waku-san. Why would he do that? They normally do a lot more to ensure a drug is safe before it enters clinical trials. What was his motive for testing it then?
Maybe he wanted to try his groundbreaking new drug on a real live human as soon as possible. If it worked, he'd have the cure. And he'd have it without dealing with all the red tape these things go through. It would have saved him years.
That's possible. I guess Shono was surrounded by dementia patients. One little test wouldn't be a big deal, and if it succeeded, his drug would save the world. If it meant curing Alzheimer's sooner, he might have been okay accepting the risk.
But instead of doing what it was meant to do, 89 had a horrible side effect. Death. The more I think about it, the more it feels like this is how it all went down.
It's starting to make sense.
But now, even though he knows the risks, he's still experimenting and using the mole to do it. I know this is all just a theory, but the pieces all seem to fit together.
Going down that path, Yagami-san, that means Okubo really was innocent, yeah? But he murdered his girlfriend right after. I mean, that's why he's on death row.
Unless he didn't
Sugiura.
kill
We'll
his
get to that
girlfriend.
later.
And he just set up.
Yeah.
So, to summarize our theory so far. It all started 3 years ago when Shono accidentally killed a patient during an AD9 test. But those tests are still ongoing. That's why Hamura had all those Kyorei guys killed.
But wait, how would a guy like Shono get wrapped up with Yakuza and assassins? Your run-of-the-mill researcher wouldn't have the cash or connections for that shit.
But what if someone close to him did?
Someone Shono knows who's got Yakuza ties? The hell could that be?
Ryusuke Kido, director of the ADDC.
Oh, I see what you mean. Kido would have access to ADDC funding. There's even been talk of him having ties to the Yakuza somehow, right? I think you've cracked it, Yagami-san. It had to be Kido.
I don't know if that's really true.
Why?
Think back to the '89 press conference. You remember the look on Kido's face? He was so proud, innocent even. But if he knew about all this human experiment shit, no way he'd look like that.
Kid's got a point.
Then maybe he was only told about the experiments after the conference took place. That would still make sense, right? First, Shono gets Kido to sign off on the '89 paper and publicly gives him all the credit. Thrilled about the possibilities, Kido proudly presents the research at that press conference. There's no turning back after that, even if he found out about the experiments. That's probably how Shono got Kido on his side. He then used Kido's funding and connections to bring in Hamura and the Mole. It feels like all the pieces are falling into place.
Yeah, sounds like you're starting to.
That means Kido's not actually the one in charge.
Right. Shono is behind everything.
Let's say you're right. When did Shono start using this guy? When was the mole's first murder?
Probably Hashki's death 6 months ago.
And why do you say that?
Hashki inching closer to the truth about 89 was a serious problem for Shono. But as we know, Shono was in a taxi at the time of the beating. Meaning someone else must have been responsible for Hashki's death.
The man in the black raincoat. He's the mole?
Yeah. Only the best of the best assassins would have the skill to do what they did to Hashki.
Can't argue with that.
Who knows how close Hashki was to finding out about the human experimentation before he died.
Yeah, and if he had, that would have been the end of the line for Shono. Seems like a plausible motive to me.
So what, everything just makes sense? I don't know.
If you have something to say, say it.
I mean, this is still just a theory, right?
Well, I mean,
All
so
sounds
far.
almost too convenient.
What do you mean?
Shono killed Wakusan at the ADDC 3 years ago. Then Okubo, the primary suspect in the case, would be totally in the clear.
Yep. Already proved that in court, remember?
But then who killed his
But
girlfriend?
Okubo, he killed his girlfriend right after. He stabbed her over and over. Even set the place on fire. Reeked of booze, too, even though he was supposed to be dry. Defend him all you want. The guy's a murderer. That's why the whole thing was such a big deal. Everyone realized the court made a mistake.
Unless the court didn't make a mistake.
It took the death of an innocent girl for them to realize that Okubo probably did it after all. Yet here you are, claiming the court got it right. Claiming Okubo's innocent. But you just don't want to feel responsible for Emi Terasawa's death. That's it, isn't it?
Enough, Sugiura! You're way out of line, and you don't know shit!
Look, I know I get swept up in my emotions pretty easily sometimes. All the same, I'm trying to be fair here.
Are you?
So if we want to treat Yagami-san's theory like it's the truth, then we'll have to figure out whether or not Okubo is innocent. If he actually killed Wakusan.
And how are you suggesting we do that?
It's simple. We just go to Okubo and ask if he did it.
You want to talk to him face to face? Meeting with a death row inmate isn't that easy.
A lawyer like you should have no problem setting that up, right?
He can't stand me, though. From day one, Okubo insisted he was innocent. That he didn't kill Emi. But I abandoned him. Told him he'd be better off just giving up.
Fine. But that's a pretty weak excuse for not going to talk to him now.
It
If you
is.
really want to pursue this case, you don't have a choice, Yagami-san.
Well,
Oshinoku,
Yes?
let's go talk to Okubo. Think you can arrange that for me?
I can try. Let me get in touch with the prison.
Thanks. I'll be at Genda's if you want to find me. Looking over the old case files.
All right.
Any new friends or anything? Excuse me.
Yagami. You need something?
Mind if I look over a case file? The ADDC one from 3 years ago. I'm seeing Okubo soon.
Huh? What do you mean you're seeing Okubo?
Hold on. I'll go pull the documents up.
Thanks, Ari-san.
How's it going, Yagami-san?
Oh, not bad. What do you have there?
The files for Emi Terasawa's case. I thought they might be useful too.
Well,
Yagami-san, I think you should look them over if you're going to talk to Okubo. If you really don't need them, just leave them here. I'll put everything back later.
Emi Terasawa, 26 years old at time of death. December 2nd, 2015, about 11 p.m. Her body is found on the second floor of a burnt-out apartment building. 15 stab wounds to the chest, presumably inflicted while she was still alive. Cause of death? Blood loss. No ash in her lungs, so she didn't inhale any smoke. Emi died before the fire started. Shinpei Okubo, the victim's boyfriend and roommate, was found at the scene and arrested. Murder weapon is thought to be a kitchen knife. It was covered in Okubo's prints. Okubo was wasted out of his mind when firefighters arrived at the apartment.
Okubo-san is not a violent person. And he hasn't even had a drink in over 6 years. Not a single drop since the incident.
But Okubo claims he doesn't remember ever drinking, that he woke up surrounded by flames. He's pleaded innocence from day one.
Yagami. Do you really have to do this?
Excuse me a moment.
Go see Okubo, I mean.
Yeah, looks like I do.
But why?
I need to know if he was really innocent. If he killed Waku-san 3 years ago. I'm going to find the truth, Kendo-sensei.
What? In just one little prison chat?
Well, either way, I never felt like I closed the book on this. I should have done this years ago. I mean, yeah, I defended him in court. But we didn't have anything definitive to prove his innocence. The only thing the ruling said was that they couldn't conclusively prove his guilt. Meaning for the public at large, he as good as did it. Okubo got laid off from his job, and had his personal details smeared all over the internet.
Yeah.
The guy barely even went outside. Couldn't sleep at night without his pills. But I didn't ask him about any of that. Didn't really care either. Until one day, Okubo gave up his years of sobriety, started drinking, stabbed his girlfriend to death.
And what? You think that's your fault?
I helped set a murderer loose on the world. In other words, Emi died because of me.
I'm not gonna let you do this to yourself. Do you remember your dad's last case? Must have been almost 20 years ago. Do you, Yagami?
Yeah. No way I could forget.
The defendant in that case raped and murdered a 15-year-old girl. At least that's what they said he did. Everyone in the damn country thought that guy deserved to get executed. No thoughts of innocence, except from your dad. You know how it all went down after that. He gave the prosecution what for. Your dad never compromised his ideals, no matter what. He said a lawyer's job isn't discovering the truth, or even knowing it. It's proving the prosecution doesn't have enough evidence to convict. Do you understand? That's how he saw the defense's role. Takes some real guts to say that. That's why you looked up to him. And you would have never become an attorney without his influence.
In the beginning, sure I did. But you know, a lot happened afterward. With my dad, and with me too.
Yeah.
It's possible the defendant actually was guilty. Raped the girl, killed her in cold blood. He disappeared almost immediately after the trial. So, all of the hatred, all of the anger people felt was thrown onto my dad. Not long after, he and my mom were killed by the victim's father.
Even so, I don't think your old man did anything wrong. Our job's showing that the prosecution doesn't have enough evidence, not finding the truth. And when you defended Okubo the first time around, that's exactly what you did. Listen to me, Yagami. You didn't do anything wrong.
Sure, I get what you're saying. But a girl burned to death because I was good at my job. Ever think about how that feels?
What?
It's easy to sit back and tell me I did nothing wrong, but put yourself in my shoes. Could you say you did the right thing?
That's enough! How long are you gonna let this dominate your life?
For as long as I live. Yagami speaking.
Hey, it's Hoshino. I've arranged our chat with Okubo. Meet me at the taxi stand on West Shichifuku Street. I'm on my way there now.
Got it. Thanks. I appreciate the concern.
I've said all I wanted to say. It's fine. I half knew you weren't gonna listen anyway.
Genda-sensei.
Hmm?
You and I both saw what happens when you don't pursue the truth. I can't let that go. I won't.
Over here, Yagami-san. We're finally going to see Okubo. Go ahead and get in, Yagami-san.
どちらまで行かれますか？それでは出発いたします。
Long time no see. Yagami-sensei.
Yeah. It's been a while.
I apologize. I've been alone all this time. Talking is...
Don't worry. We're not in a rush here.
You look so different.
Yeah. I haven't been back in the courtroom since the last day of our case.
Meaning you're not a lawyer?
Not quite. I'm a detective. In Kamurocho. Pays the bills, you know.
And that's all my fault?
Hey. Sorry. This isn't what I came here to talk about today. 3 years ago, at the ADDC. Did you Did you actually murder Wakusan or not?
What? Yagami, I don't understand. You know I'm innocent. I didn't murder Wakusan. Or Emi-chan. Why won't you listen to me? I told you time and time again, I didn't kill anyone! Why won't people just believe me?
The prosecution had more than enough evidence to convict you for Emi's murder. It was an open and shut case. There was nothing we could do.
Of course not. How am I gonna win when my own lawyer doesn't believe I'm innocent? Don't think I couldn't tell. Every time you went up there and tried to clear my name, you looked like you were gonna puke. So, Okubo-san, you really didn't do it either time? That's what I've been saying all along. My name is Hoshino from the Genda Law Office. If you don't mind, we have a theory about the ADDC incident you were on trial for. I do mind. It doesn't have anything to do with me. But don't you want to know who really killed Wakusan?
It was an ADDC researcher by the name of Yoji Shono.
I remember him. But you're saying he did it? Why, though?
Here, let me explain. Wakusan's death was an 89 related accident. That's our theory, at least. The drug must have killed him on the spot. Shono panicked, searching for a place to hide the body.
Which led him to my truck, huh?
Yeah. It must have been the only option he could think of. Things may have turned out differently had you actually reported finding Wakusan's body. But as we both know, that's not what happened.
So all this was because I buried the body?
It was a better stroke of luck than Shono could have ever asked for. After all, the cops never even suspected him.
God damn it! I don't know what the hell I was thinking back then. It all happened so fast. I opened the truck, and the body was there. Naturally, I panicked. The police never would have believed I didn't kill the guy. Of course not. Why would they? I already had a criminal record, too. I was a fool.
Okubo. So you really were innocent after all, huh?
Do you even need to ask?
Apparently he does.
I guess not. Thank you.
Yagami-san? Yagami-sensei! What about Emi? Aren't you gonna ask me about her? I told you before I never would have killed her!
I want to believe you. I really do. But I already did everything I could. I searched non-stop for some kind of hint. But a guy can only spend so long poring over burnt scraps of evidence. After 3 years, I'm not holding out much hope.
So... guess the real killer is still out there. Just biding his time, waiting for my execution. How are you and I gonna face Emi in the afterlife? Come on, man! Tell me how! Yagami-san.
What's up?
I think I'm gonna head back to Genda's. What are you up to tonight?
Not sure yet. I think maybe I'll swing by Tender. I could use a drink.
Yagami-san.
I'll be alright. Later, Hoshino-kun.
I'm getting close to that 18,000. Actually, any more cases or friends? Cases, friends, neither. Of course, I get a message just as I show up here.
So, I hear you're defending Ayube.
Kuroiwa.
I had to come congratulate you myself on your triumphant return to the courtroom.
I'm not gonna be the one defending him. Just helping with the investigation.
Wasn't Shintani-sensei your mentor? You're helping to free the man who murdered him. Are you confused or just desperate for a few scraps off the table? But it wouldn't be the first murder you've set loose in our city. Not a good look.
Ayube didn't kill Shintani.
His gun begs to differ. The rifling matches the marks on the bullet.
Yeah, that's how the real killer framed him for it. If you seriously can't see that, then I'm not the confused one here.
Say what you will.
What's this?
Hello? You need something?
Fancy, odd-looking sword?
Doesn't look like you're here to talk.
That's right. Your little detective game's over, Yagami.
Wait, is that?
Yagami-san!
Hoshino-kun, stay back!
Huh?
This guy's dangerous.
I can see that.
Die, Yagami!
I have no idea who this fucking guy is, but he'd be a problem. Yeah, I didn't know how much health he had, but I know that does a shit ton of damage, so.
Damn it!
Yagami-san, are you okay?
I'm fine. But that guy wasn't messing around.
What do you mean?
He would have killed me for sure if I'd let him.
Maybe one of Hamura's men?
What's up, Tuck? How'd your chat with Okubo go?
Listen, someone just tried to murder me. Probably sent by Hamura.
What?
Watch your back, Kaito-san. Where are you now?
Right by the office. Got Sugiura with me, too.
Don't go back there. Not now.
All right. I got a place.
Oh yeah?
KJ Art, the Kyorei HQ. Hamura ain't gonna touch us there.
Wait, you're gonna go there after we beat the crap out of Shioya and his whole crew in that club? You think they'll just let us hang out?
Of course I do. We've got Kajihiro on our side. We'll go on ahead. Get your ass over there quick, yeah?
He's got something of a point there.
Sounds like we're meeting at KJ Art.
I heard.
Well, let's go.
I went the wrong way.
What a waste. And stay down.
This is the Kyorei clan headquarters, right?
Yep.
Last I checked.
Oh, this is gonna shave some years off my life.
Probably.
I'm nervous too.
Yagami-san. Who's your little buddy?
I'm, Hoshino, sir. From the Genda Law Office.
Uh-huh. Well, Kaito-san's already here. Sorry to say Shiuya's out of the office, but Murase will be glad to entertain you. Come on in.
Well, if it isn't Yagami-sensei. Come in. Come in!
Huh?
Sorry about how rude we've been to you till now. Chairman Kajihira's told us to do whatever you say.
Listen to this talk. I asked for a massage and he actually gave me one. I had you all wrong, Murase. You're just a big teddy bear.
Don't get too carried away, Kaito-san.
Maybe I'll see if Shibuya will massage me next.
I'm gonna say that's probably a bad idea. Anyway, go on and take a load off.
So Okubo really didn't kill Waku-san all those years ago.
If his reaction's anything to go by.
He might not have even killed his girlfriend. At least that's how it looked to me.
Huh?
I'd rather not go there right now.
I've been wondering, Yagami-sensei. Who is that guy?
You curious?
Can't blame a guy for asking, can you?
Well, apparently he's afraid of Yakuza. Better to just leave him alone.
Well, okay then.
So, Shono's looking more suspicious every day.
About time for a good old face-to-face.
Judging from our last visit, we won't be able to get an appointment. With Shono or Kido.
And we won't make an appointment. All we do is wait in the lobby, then ambush Shono when he comes out.
A stakeout, huh? That's my kind of job.
Actually, you're gonna be staying back.
Huh?
I mean, they'd catch on in a heartbeat if they saw a tough guy like you standing around. And Hoshino-kun, you should go back to Genda's.
Okay, but
All right then. Sounds like I'm tagging along.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go, Yagami-san.
One more check for anything new.
Show me what you got. What's wrong? Show me what you got. What's wrong? Show me what you got. What's wrong?
Some money. I could use that.
You going?
どちらまで行かれますか？それでは出発いたします。
Man, this place is fucking huge.
Keep it close to your chest, Sugiura. We're supposed to blend in, remember? Now let's settle down and wait for Shono.
But what if you already went home? Come on, let's ask somebody. I don't want to sit here all night if he's never coming out.
Good point.
Let's go, Yagami-san.
Actually, where do I sit on skill points at the moment?
Excuse me. Do you mind if I ask you something?
Yes?
Is Shono-san from the 89 team still here?
Oh, most likely. He's always one of the last researchers to leave. Do you have an appointment with him, sir?
Not exactly, no.
Oh, Yagami-san, good evening.
Oh, you're...
Hashimoto. I showed you to Shono's lab the other day.
Oh, right. Good to see you.
Do you need something more from him?
Well...
Yagami-san, there he is. It's Shono.
Gotta run. Where is he?
Over there, by the stairs.
Uh-huh.
We going?
No, there's a cat. Aha!
Suspicious. 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 Hey. What the? Hey. What the? Found him. Looks like he's talking to Kido.
What do we do?
Okay, let's move in.
Well, if it isn't Yagami-san, Kamurocho's finest private eye.
You again.
This had better be the last time I see you in this center. Are you aware that I filed a complaint with the Bar Association about you?
Aren't you the Vice Minister of Health?
My name is Ichinose.
Yeah, I remember you from the other day. Looks like you come here often.
Of course. The success of AD-9 is a matter of national importance. As such, there are a great many discussions that need to be had. Patents, legislation, alike. Now I suggest you leave before I call the guards to escort you out.
So much for the plan. Shono's gonna be on red alert after that. Doubt he'll be coming down through the lobby now. What do we do? Let's go, Yagami-san.
Isn't there a map somewhere?
Too fast, Yagami-san. Where did it disappear to?
Hashimoto-san. Sorry for running off earlier.
It's all right. I, saw what happened. Dr. Shono slipped away from you, huh?
Yeah. We just wanted to talk, too.
He has been especially busy lately. Lately, he only goes home once every 3 days or so. Even so, he makes his morning rounds at the hospital every single day without fail. I can't overstate how much respect I have for him.
What do you mean, rounds?
It's a little custom of his. He takes a walk around the hospital every morning. Been doing it for years.
Right. He did the same 3 years ago.
Passion like his is what's going to make or break our research. And with that, I should be going. Sorry to be so curt.
It's fine.
Goodbye, then.
Security on Shono's lab is airtight. Can't get in without a special gold keycard. But that's not the case for the hospital wing. Meaning, we have some time to kill until Shono's rounds.
Wait, you want to chill till the morning and ambush him in the hospital?
Yeah, just have to sneak in between now and then.
Guess the next question is, where do we get in?
Let's check the map.
Only another 2,000 skill points to go.
Hey. What the? The research wing where Shono's lab is.
Why don't we just steal a keycard then?
No need to get violent. Most of those researchers are innocent. Hey. Suspicious. That's Director Kido's office. There's nothing we need up there. What the? Suspicious. This goes over to the hospital. I think Waku-san was up on the 4th floor. Hey. This is the garage for the hospital. The service entrance, that is. Anyone who makes deliveries parks down here. This could work.
Guess we're sneaking in through the garage, huh?
Yeah. Come on, let's head outside. We should go scope the place out.
Wow, that's a lot of security.
Can I help you?
Are you from the Yagami Detective Agency?
That's right.
I'm the head of security here. The name's Mashiko. The Vice Minister has instructed me to see you two out.
Ichinose-san did?
You blind or something? We're already leaving.
I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to escort you the rest of the way.
That's a lot of guys for an escort.
Hey, where the hell are you taking us? Answer me, asshole.
This should be fine.
Mashiko-san, yeah? What exactly did Ichinose tell you to do?
Make sure you never show your face here again.
Uh-huh.
The fuck?
That doesn't look like standard issue guard equipment.
That's because it's not. This is more of a, personal effect.
Oh, let me guess. You're off the clock.
You bet. I'm on break, and I'm ready to blow off some steam. Now fight me!
I just don't want to deal with all those guards.
Come on, do you have to keep waving?
What do you mean? They're the only reason we got in so easy.
True, though ultimately we have the Vice Minister to thank for that.
So? How's it look? Any different from 3 years ago?
Not even a little bit.
Let's go, son. You're not going in?
And lose my perfectly good smoking spot? We'll be fine here for now. Just gotta wait for dawn.
Yagami-san, have you decided how you're gonna approach Shono?
We'll just have to confront him head on. Where we go from there depends on his response.
You don't want to negotiate with him?
I doubt we have the time for that. After all, this is probably the only chance we'll get to talk to Shono before Ayabe's trial.
Guess so, huh?
Meaning, We don't have time to waste on negotiation.
Gotcha. Speaking of Shono, I actually had an idea.
What's that?
Well, the murder at the ADDC 3 years ago. The thought is that Shono framed Okubo for that and got away with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you defended Okubo, and won. Wouldn't the cops have started looking for the real killer once they realized Okubo wasn't their guy?
I'm sure they did. But it wasn't long until Okubo killed again. They didn't have much reason to keep searching, I would imagine.
Exactly. Everyone pegged him as the murderer. Makes sense, they'd think he's the one responsible for Wakusan, too. But don't you think that's kind of convenient? For one person in particular, I mean.
Huh?
The guy who's doing human experiments at the ADDC. Shono.
Your point?
Basically, I think he killed Emi Terasawa and pinned the blame on Okubo. With all he had to lose, don't you think Shono had a motive?
Yeah?
I guess, but... No, you're right. Emi-chan would have been a threat. But could he really do it? How long have you been thinking this?
Since you told me what a mess Okubo is now. It was just a feeling.
Honestly, I wanted to believe he didn't kill her. But I just couldn't bring myself to do it. Emi-chan was such a good person. I wasn't gonna let it slide. Not after what Okubo-kun did to her. But after all this time, it turns out Shono's the real killer?
Nothing's for sure without evidence. This is all just unfounded speculation.
Yeah?
But doesn't it make you want to talk to Shono even more?
Yeah?
Yeah. Never been this ready for morning.
Why are you two here?
Dr. Shono, what is it?
How did you get in here?
Just want to
We
ask
asked
you a few
nicely.
questions, Dr. Shono.
Well, I don't have anything I can say to you. Apologies. I need you to handle this. I have to go.
Where are you going? This won't take long.
Sorry, I can't let you go any further. Call security.
Shono!
Let's go, Yagami-san. We can't let him get away. It's our only chance.
Shono, wait!
You won't get away.
Now you're fucked.
This is Shono. 3 minutes. I can't wait for 3 minutes.
He's on that. Okay. Now talk.
Open up! Hey! Do you hear me?
Funny that we'd end up here of all places. This is the room, right? Where Waku-san was staying? The man who died after you used him as a test subject for 89. Why'd you do it, Shono? For the glory? Thought nobody'd notice one missing dementia patient?
What are you talking about? Get out of here! This is trespassing!
Huh. You sure you want us to go?
Huh?
I thought you'd be a little more curious about how much of your secret I really know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're the one backing the mole, isn't that right?
Huh? How dare you accuse me of...
That's not all I know. Hamura's the middleman. You pretty satisfied with his work?
I won't stand for this baseless slander. What proof do you have?
You just made a big mistake, Shono-san.
Huh?
You've been working non-stop on this new drug, right? No way the street slang about a murderer would have reached your ears. You were supposed to ask what the mole is.
What is the mole?
Too late for that now.
He's a good boy.
The serial killer who's been gouging people's eyes out. It all started 3 years ago, right here in this center. You performed an 89 experiment on Waku-san while he was asleep. Probably late at night. And when he died, you did the only thing you could. Snuck him out. I'm sure Waku-san's death came as a complete shock to you. But you didn't have time to panic. You needed to hide the body, fast. So you used the laundry cart to transport it without raising suspicion. You just needed to get it as far away as possible. Then, just before 8 a.m., Shinpei Okubo arrived at the hospital to gather the linens. That was your chance. You waited for an opening, hid the body in his truck. That wouldn't solve anything, though. Okubo would find Waku-san, and of course call the cops. Naturally, they'd then search for whoever stashed the body there. But you didn't have any other choice, did you? You had to take the risk. And somehow, it paid off. Turned out, Shinpei Okubo had a criminal record, and was worried the police would suspect he murdered Waku-san. So, he didn't report it. Instead, choosing to bury the body deep in the Okutama Mountains. You were probably thrilled with Okubo. I mean, it's practically a miracle someone else stepped up and took the blame for you, wouldn't you say?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Of course you don't.
But then another miracle happened. One not so convenient for you. Okubo walked. And if he was innocent, that would mean someone else killed Waku-san. They might have even come after you if you didn't do anything. Which is when you sold your soul to the devil.
What do you mean by that?
Don't play dumb with me. You know all too damn well what I'm talking about. You needed to frame Okubo. And you murdered someone in cold blood to do it.
Murder? Who are you accusing me of killing?
Emmy.
Emi Terasawa, a co-worker of yours, and Okubo's girlfriend. You forced your way into their apartment and murdered Emi. According to the autopsy report, she was stabbed at least 15 times.
I didn't.
Did she tell you Okubo-kun had been taking pills to help him sleep at night? Conveniently enough, he didn't wake up while you were murdering his girlfriend. Him smelling like booze was probably your doing too. Let me guess. You injected him with alcohol? That'd raise his BAC no problem. And sure, he could have died if you messed up, but that wouldn't have mattered. As long as you could chalk up Emi's murder to a drunk, suicidal Okubo-kun. And once you made sure you could pin the blame on Okubo, you set fire to the whole apartment.
What evidence do you have to...
Don't worry. I can't prove it yet. But I'm damn near positive I'm on the right track. I can see it in your eyes. Look. I know what you're thinking. 89 will save countless people. Meaning there's no way you're not doing the right thing. Well, I'm sorry to break it to you, Shono, but that's just not true. You know, when someone thinks they're in the right, that's when the real cruelty in people starts to come out. So what do you say, Shono? Are you really right?
Just what is going on in here, damn it?
Oh, hey. We were just heading out.
Why, you...
And by the way, so sorry to hear about 89. Maybe you, need a few more humans to test it on? Don't worry. Shono-san here didn't tell us a damn thing. But hey, I'm gonna find out the truth. Even if it's the last thing I do.
Whoops. My foot slipped. How clumsy of me. That hurt, huh? I asked you if it hurt.
Please, I didn't kill her. You have to believe me.
Oh, crying's not gonna help you now, kid. Just like it didn't help Emi Terasawa. You still stabbed her in the fucking stomach! Didn't you, you little shit?
Look, Okubo. I don't want to go getting your hopes up just yet. But... just listen. I was gonna say... I believe you. You didn't kill her. I can see that now. It'll all work out. I'm gonna avenge Emi-chan. And I swear I'm gonna get you out of here. I promise. Sorry, I should have said that to you a lot sooner. What was I doing? These 3 years, I didn't do a damn thing to help you. So, will you give me another chance? Of course I will. Of course. Thank you so much.
Three years ago, a dementia patient at the ADDC was murdered. Even now, Shinpei Okubo, the man convicted of the crime, pleads innocence. But Yagami's theory that this chain of events was set in motion by human experimentation for AD-9 unveils the true culprit behind Emi Terasawa's death.
I'm gonna go discuss a few things with Ayabe-san.
Yagami joining you?
No, I'm going alone. Yagami-san, well, he may be keeping his distance for a while. He thinks the mole might target him, so he doesn't want to get us involved. You should watch your back too, Genda-sensei.
Yeah, been a while since he's been this distant.
Knowing Yagami-san, he'll want to solve every single incident related to AD-9. And if he does, maybe he can prove that Ayabe-san and Okubo-kun are innocent.
Clearing Shinpei Okubo's name this late on? Yagami'd be a damn hero.
I think he might enjoy that.
Yeah, hero is hardly a big enough word. A legend is more like it.
Well, that's what these games are all about. Being legends. Or becoming legends. And making those legends even grander.
The bugs in the Matsugane office are still working, just like I said they'd be.
Good. Can you hear anything?
Just small talk. Sounds like there are a ton of people in there.
Hamura too?
Doubt it. Everyone be on edge with him in the house. No chance of small talk.
But Hamura's still gonna get in touch with them, right?
Maybe.
What do you mean, maybe? You're the one who said he'd be calling them.
You don't gotta lose your shit over it.
Where the hell is he?
Guess all we can do now is sit here and wait till somebody spills the beans.
Can you at least put that shit out? You're stinking up the whole van.
Fair enough.
Oops, bad habit.
Sorry, but you're just gonna have to deal.
But I mean,
Anyway,
considering that he is a non-smoker, it
You're
is
serious about
the,
capturing Hamura, yeah?
the right thing to
Yeah.
do, the polite thing to
He's
do.
our only chance of finding the mole. We don't get Hamura, we lose. Ayabe and Okubo are done for.
I'm hearing you, but sitting crammed in this damn car ain't gonna help us nab him.
Luckily, I have just the thing. Spy on them from the sky. Is that Higashi?
Yup. Guy really thinks he's hot shit, huh?
Guess he's moving up in the world.
Maybe with Hamura gone, he's been able to relax a little.
Hmm? He's leaving. I'm gonna follow him. Better to split up than I'll sit around in one place.
I'll come with. My legs are getting sore as shit in here.
So what? I'm stuck here by myself?
I'll switch with you later. Promise.
I got 4 of them to watch out for now. I was calling off his phone call. Hello, you hated this part? I mean, I generally don't much care for any of the tailing missions, but this one seems especially annoying. Since any of the group can turn around and spot you.
talk. You sure we can be out like this?
Good point. Shono could be sending his assassin after us as we speak. We could get attacked at any time.
Huh. Thought so.
Kaido is best boy. Kaido's absolutely amazing. We are not worthy of Kaito. No, I have not. I mean, this is my first time even playing the game. I've not watched anyone play it. I mean, I barely even have time to watch any of my friends stream their games. Between streaming most every night and a day job, it doesn't leave you much time for... I mean, I guess it depends on how he screws up and what he's saying as it goes along.
Where the hell's Higashi going?
No clue, but he's alone now. We could just walk up to him and ask.
You really think he's gonna listen to us? Haven't talked to him since our fight at that restaurant.
Worst thing that happens is he says no.
Guess you got a point there. All right, let's give it a shot.
Although, I mean, these quest lines half the time in any of the Yakuza series games are just absolutely hilarious.
What the? He's bolting.
Why?
Hold up!
Why are you making me run? I don't like running.
Hold up!
I usually say I don't have to ask those questions. I just know I am bad, and
What? You done running?
I wasn't running away. Not from you, anyway.
Huh?
I just couldn't let the family see us talking. Get it?
So then you'll hear us out?
Higashi, you fucking...
yeah.
He's not gonna run anymore. Just take it easy, Kaito-san.
I mean, since Kaido is basically
Captain
a poor
Harper has
man's
thrown
Kiryu,
everything
I'm
he's
surprised
got
he's
into
having
catching
such a
us with
problem,
you.
but...
Whole family's got orders to let him know if you ever cross our path.
Meaning, if you called him now, he'd come straight to us.
And then what, huh? He wants you dead. You know that, right?
Just tell me where he is.
Nobody's told me. Honest. Listen, I'm not gonna rat about seeing you here. But if I were you, I'd consider getting out of town. Real fast. Bet Matsugani-san would agree with me, too.
You know, that wasn't as bad as I was expecting.
Should we take him up on that offer? Skip town, wait till it all blows over?
Nah.
Don't be ridiculous.
Just joking. Anyway, sounds like Hamura's got men looking for us. And they're out for blood.
So what?
What do you mean, so what?
If they want to find us so bad, let them find us. Anyone who comes our way is in for a world of hurt. And once we capture him, we can force him to tell us where Hamura is.
Sounds like a sensible option.
How are you so confident? They might kill us before we get a chance to fight. Maybe even gouge our eyes out.
Then what? You want to just sit in a car with Sugiura in the non-smoking section?
Yeah, it doesn't sound so good either.
Hey, Kuroi, how are
Damn
you?
right it doesn't. Now go walk around a bit. I'll be watching from behind.
But I need to grab a card because we got a
and try
follow
and
from
make yourself
someone
look like an easy
during all
target.
that.
How exactly am I gonna do that?
Beats me. I'm sure you could think of something.
Not yet. I didn't fully get everything set up. Like everything in the program is set up, but I gotta figure out how to get it to work on
I've got your back.
Streamlabs. But while we got this one, let me grab a card for Brooke to put in our scrapbook for the follow. Okay. So, to put in the scrapbook for Brooke, Lala's follow, we are going to add 1. It's a saber of some sort. Smiling saber altar. That's something that should be obvious with the one look. It's just a game capture with a long transparency on? Okay. Well, then, depending upon what all was going on, maybe tomorrow. Actually, are there any cases, or no? Pretty much all the friends are off the the map and not seeing any cases, so. Yeah, if you want, and send them to me in Discord. I was going to ask you tomorrow about how that would get set up.
Look, I'm gonna hang back. Watch.
Yeah, sure. What a waste.
Oh, no, I wasn't quite sure how to do that. I basically just set all the images in their specific spots.
Nice going, Talk. You look weak as shit out there. You're like a baby sheep or something. How are you even doing that?
Can you not? This is how I always walk.
Sorry. And don't worry, you're in the clear for now.
I hope you're watching.
But by the time I was
Don't know what's gonna happen next, though.
ready to start testing, you were streaming Exo
Thanks for
Primal.
the heads up.
Yo, Talk. Can you hear me?
What's up, Kaito-san?
Those Matsugane assholes ain't biting. You might want to try looking even weaker.
And how am I gonna do that?
Maybe if you tried getting drunk?
Not a bad idea. Guess I'll stop by Tender then.
Okay. I'll give that a try tomorrow when I get home. Home from work, that is. Let's see here.
Doc. Sure.
Yep, I just hadn't taken a moment to actually take a look at that. Oh, hey! Finally gonna make friends with Mari. Yeah, I should probably try catching that too. But I should probably actually, because I'm horrible at this, at being a streamer, and I forgot to cover this. Welcome, Brooke. I'm Illusion Fox Gaming. Most people just call me Illusion. We're a variety stream. We play quite a large variety of things, from Destiny, single-player games like this, Final Fantasy XIV, Stardew Valley. I am a very eclectic person when it comes to games.
Hmm?
Hey.
I wouldn't say you're my useless mod. You're probably the most useful mod.
Sure.
Considering the fact that I can't actually remember when any of my other mods have actually come by.
Doc.
What the? Hey.
Hmm? Mm-hmm.
Suspicious.
Hey.
But I mean, between various things and schedule changes and such, I mean, it's not exactly surprising that it's been a while since any of my other mods have been able to come by.
Listen.
Huh?
Talk.
What? Mm-hmm.
I missed some crazy shit. I kind of figured I was. I really wish I could have joined you guys, but I was spending time with family over and just wasn't an option. Really hoping that I can join you guys next time for Exo Primal. Like thousands of raptors dropping from the tower. Damn, that would have been cool.
Talk.
There, we've maxed out damage. You learned something that made the game infinitely better? Ooh, I want to know. Teach me, Sensei.
Well, you sure took your sweet time in there. Did you forget the mission talk?
Huh?
You're supposed to be luring out Hamura's goons, not drinking with the fucking locals.
Seriously? You're the one who told me to get drunk.
Guess I did, huh? I'm sick of waiting, though. How about we just go bust into the Matsugane office?
Think about how many guys they've got. We'd be fools to charge in there.
Then... Oh, I got it.
Uh-huh.
Try going to one of the Matsugane clubs.
And that'll help how?
You just show up and tell them Yagami's here. Word'll probably make it up to Hamura in no time.
You know, that might actually work. Just point me to a club and we'll go from there.
Let me see. Why don't you try Alvin over on Tenkaichi Street?
All right, I'll head over now.
The more you play, the more it adds against your will and completely by surprise. I'm maybe by complete against your will. It's not an option you can choose. I guess I'm so confused as to what you're trying to say. Then what do you mean by it adds?
Huh? What's going on?
Didn't you hear what we said last week? I want a fucking answer today!
Please, it's not exactly possible right now.
It better be fucking possible! With how fast your management costs are rising, of course your protection's gonna cost more!
No!
Tuck, those thugs are Matsugane. No doubt about it.
Agreed.
Maybe you should, help or something. That guy looks like he could use a hand.
You
Got thrown into a final round that was pick up items and kill the other
Just
team
hurry
for
up and
theirs.
get it over with.
I think you've had enough fun for one day.
Huh? The fuck? Wait, that's Yagami! The hell are you doing here?
My question first. Why are you threatening the civilian?
None of your fucking business!
Ugh,
Or one
watch
where
the
you
volume.
had one member pick
Or
up
is
a hammer
yelling
and
the
had
only
to
thing a
kill
dumb guy
monsters
like you
using
can
it?
do? Oh, that must be why you're bottom of the ladder. It all makes sense now.
You little... I'll slaughter you!
So do you mean it just come... The more you played, the more various options show up for... Or suddenly story incorporated into the middle of your match,
Listen
and new
up.
dinosaurs.
Go tell your precious Captain Hamura that Yagami was here. Got that?
Including
Captain
snipers?
Just do it.
Okay.
You know, Tuck, this strategy's pretty solid, huh?
Well, we'll find out soon enough. You know
I
any
need
other
to play some
Matsugane
more
joints, Kaito-san?
Exoprimal and...
We should hit a few just to be safe.
Because I really want to see more of that story.
There's Romance of the Three Kingdoms over
Sniper
on Pink
dinosaurs.
Street. Fantastic Romance on West Shichifuku. And, oh, Sweet Billow on East Shichifuku.
Alright.
The only thing I can think of that could potentially be close to like some sort of sniper dinosaur would be like a Dilophosaur. Someone was like, fucking what? Yeah, I can absolutely believe that.
Really, guys? So, this is Romance of the Three Kingdoms?
How about stopping in for a round, pal? We got the finest girls to satisfy any kink.
Then the big bad boy himself came out to play.
Come on in, buddy. I'll give you a great deal.
This is a Matsugane place, right?
What do you... I don't want any trouble, man.
It's not like that. Just tell your boss Yagami stopped by.
I'm not sure I follow.
Just do it, okay? I gotta go.
T-Rex. But I mean, that's the one that usually seems to show up a lot of the time. Or at least a player playing as a T-Rex. Which is always annoying. a Sarah something or another.
Stay down.
Similar, but no.
So, this is Sweet Billow, huh? Meaning the guy puffing away over there is probably an employee.
Why don't
Real
you quit
actual
standing
T-Rex
around?
is worse.
We'll find out.
Someone's bossy today.
Just do it, Talk.
Yeah. Hey, you work here?
I do. Why?
Let me ask you something. This is a Matsugane establishment, right?
Who are you?
The name's Yagami. Don't worry, I won't stick around much longer. Just tell your boss I dropped by to say hello.
And why's that?
Look, just tell him, okay? I gotta run.
Guess we're doing this.
Really, guys?
But yeah, the dentists have already more than tripled in your time today. Fun.
So this place is fantastic romance. Huh?
It's good to see you, gentlemen. Don't good to see you, me. You're late on your payment and you know it.
I'm sorry, sir. Our sales haven't been the best this month.
Work on your pitch. Just being open's not enough to bring in customers.
Looks like you're right on time, Talk. Go on, introduce yourself.
Yeah, sure. Excuse me. Are you guys open?
Welcome, sir.
What the? Yagami!
Oh, are you from the Matsugane family? It's good to see you.
Who the fuck do you think you are, strolling up on us like it's no big deal?
I want to see Captain Hamura. Know where he is?
You little shit. Who do you think you're talking to? You're never meeting Hamura. Because you're gonna die right here!
Satisfied?
Damn it!
If you know what's good for you, you'll report this to your family. I'm out of here.
Yo, Kaito. That was freaking amazing, Talk.
Yeah, you think?
Yep, absolute perfection. Hamura will have guys on your ass in no time. Just keep walking around town. Won't be long till they jump you.
Got it.
Well, I was kind of thinking about doing Exoprimal tomorrow.
You asked.
And then saving Star Rail till you're doing raid night.
What a waste.
Ooh, precious monies. Anything? No.
So, talk. Why don't you head somewhere with less people hanging around? Those
Try to do
Matsugami
Extra Primal
assholes aren't
tomorrow.
dumb enough to jump you with so many witnesses in sight.
Where'd you have in
I
mind?
don't know. I had enough fun on it. Like,
Sick of
even
the
if you're
Champion
not,
District.
I'm still
Streets
probably
are
gonna
so
play
narrow
it.
there, they'll be more than happy to ambush you.
Well, that's a scary thought, but okay. I'll head over now.
I mean, it is a really fun game, or at least to me, it's a really fun game. Congratulations again, the skin you wanted. I think I am going to try out playing Barrage the next time I play, though.
Kaita-san. I swear it's like I can feel someone watching me. Are you there? I could use a hand here.
I'm right behind you, buddy.
Kaita-san.
He's friends of his own.
Man, why would you bring more?
Yes, he is. Kaido is best boy. He is absolutely best boy.
Get after him, Talk. Make him cough up all he knows about Hamura.
Got it. Hold up.
You won't get away.
Hold up.
Ow! I hit the wrong button.
You won't get away.
You're out of options. Hey, I got him. Okay. I know you work for Hamura. I want to know where he is.
When he finds you, you're dead. Yagami.
Is that so?
What the... You should really see the look on your face right now, Kaito.
Hamura.
Hikashi. Matsukane-san?
I gave you every chance to walk away from this. You just couldn't mind your own business, could you?
Nope.
And now you're gonna die for it. You pushed this one too far.
Hamura.
Killing you is gonna feel real good.
Is this really necessary?
Don't make this harder than it needs to be, okay? Don't you think I've pulled enough of the family's weight already?
Please don't.
I don't care how much like sons these two are to you. Your loyalty is to the Matsugane family first. Besides, you know there's no other way.
Are you out of your fucking mind? You need to lower the gun right now!
No, Kaito! You shut your goddamn mouth!
Fuck!
Kaito!
Kaito-san.
Yagami-san!
Kaito-san!
No, don't! We have to get out of here!
Shit.
Stop, you fuck! Stop right there!
How fucking dares right?
I think we lost him.
What about Kaito-san?
Hamura shot him in the stomach, so we'd have to carry him out. After that, I don't know.
Damn it. We gotta go after him. Hold on. How'd you know where we were?
I was sitting in the van listening in on the Matsugane office. They all rolled out, so I followed.
Do you know where Hamura's holed up then? Maybe they dropped a hint while you were listening.
I did hear them mention the Soleil building once or twice.
You think that's where they took Kaito-san?
Can't say for sure. He could be anywhere, really. But it's worth looking into. It sounded like Soleil's been abandoned for a while.
We can second-guess ourselves later, then. Let's get moving.
Sounds good. That's it. The Soleil building.
Hold on. I recognize those guys out front. They're Matsugane for sure.
Does that mean Kaito-san's actually in there?
Hard to tell from out here. Looks like their guard's down, though.
Guess we've just gotta bust in then. The sooner the better. You ready, Yagami-san?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Sorry.
Gotcha. Let me know when you want to go.
Got some new friends, it looks like. Not seeing any new cases, though. But that is unfortunate. We're going to have to stop here tonight. We'll have to save Kaito-san some other evening, because it is after 2 a.m. and it is a work night. So let's take a look and see who's out there to raid. And just a heads up, I am trying to figure out some things to do on the 27th, which would be my birthday. I'm not exactly sure what my full plan is yet, but stay tuned for some updates on what that's going to be. Who do I want to raid? Who do I want to raid? I don't know who I want to raid. Someone give me a suggestion, please. Baru? That sounds good to me. Okay. Let's raid Beauregard. When we move over, go ahead and copy and paste this into the chat. Thank you for joining us here this evening. I hope to see you again in the future. Till then, I hope you all have a very wonderful rest of your day.